Clint Eastwood, born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, has lived a life that reads like a film script. From his humble beginnings during the Great Depression to his status as an enduring Hollywood icon, Eastwood's story is one of grit, resilience, and quiet defiance. Moving frequently across California as his father sought work, young Clint learned early that life demanded perseverance and independence. Those traits would become hallmarks of his personal and professional persona, defining not just the characters he portrayed on screen, but also the man himself behind the cameras and beyond the public eye. Early years, a childhood shaped by hardship. Growing up in Depression-era California was far from easy. Eastwood faced the constant instability of frequent moves and financial insecurity. Yet these early challenges molded his character in ways he would later channel into his work. His upbringing instilled in him a self-reliance that would later become legendary. While many children of the era relied on family or institutions, Eastwood learned to adapt and survive on his own. This combination of resilience and quiet observation helped him understand human nature deeply, laying the groundwork for the nuanced, morally complex characters he would eventually bring to life on film. Rawhide and the rise to fame. Eastwood's first major breakthrough came in the late 1950s with the television western Rawhide, where he played Rowdy Yates. The role demanded stamina, skill, and a strong screen presence, and Eastwood delivered on all fronts. Audiences responded to his understated charisma, and it was clear that the young actor had a star quality. However, television offered only the first glimpse of his potential. It was the global phenomenon of Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy in the 1960s that would cement his place in cinematic history. As the man with no name, Eastwood redefined the Western, introducing a darker, morally ambiguous hero who contrasted sharply with the genre's traditional ideals. The Man with No Name, a new Western archetype. Leone's films showcased Eastwood as a stoic, enigmatic anti-hero. The trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars for a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, became legendary for their stylized violence, haunting music, and morally complex characters. Eastwood's portrayal captivated audiences because he conveyed depth without excessive dialogue, letting subtle gestures and expressions define the character. This new archetype reshaped the Western genre, influencing generations of filmmakers. Beyond fame, these films gave Eastwood confidence to take creative risks. He had learned how to command a screen with minimal words, relying on authenticity and intensity to leave a lasting impact. Dirty Harry. Reinventing the lawman. By the 1970s, Eastwood's career evolved once again with Dirty Harry, where he played Inspector Harry Callahan. Unlike The Man with No Name, Harry was a contemporary lawman, yet still morally complex and unflinchingly tough. The character became a cultural touchstone, embodying both fearlessness and controversy. Audiences admired his uncompromising stance, while critics debated the ethical questions the films raised. Eastwood thrived in this tension, proving that he could navigate multiple genres while maintaining his signature intensity. It was also during this period that he began exploring his creative control behind the camera, signaling the start of his legendary directing career. Directing. The quiet power. Behind the camera. Eastwood's transition to directing allowed him to explore human stories with unprecedented depth. Films like Unforgiven, Mystic River, and $1 Million Baby revealed his capacity for empathy, patience, and storytelling mastery. Each project showcased his ability to extract raw, emotional performances from actors, creating films that resonated with audiences and critics alike. Eastwood's directorial style reflected his own life philosophy: disciplined, observant, and deeply human. Over time, He earned multiple Academy Awards, cementing his status as not just an iconic actor, but a filmmaker of extraordinary influence. Behind the accolades, however, lay a personal life marked by complexity and secrecy. A complicated personal life. While Eastwood's on-screen image projected strength and stoicism, his personal life was far more intricate. Known as Hollywood's ultimate loner, he fathered 8 children with multiple women, carefully guarding his privacy amid growing media scrutiny. His relationships often mirrored the intensity of his professional work, passionate, demanding, and occasionally chaotic. Eastwood's private life remained largely shielded from public view, but those closest to him witnessed a different side. A man capable of deep love, vulnerability, and emotional complexity. Among all his relationships, one stands apart as profoundly transformative: his connection with actress Sondra Locke. Meeting Sondra Locke. A turning point, Eastwood met Sondra Locke in 1975 while working on The Outlaw Josie Wales. From the outset, their relationship defied Hollywood norms. Locke was not content to orbit Eastwood's fame. She challenged him intellectually, creatively, and emotionally. Together, they navigated both artistic collaboration and personal intimacy, forming a partnership that was as exhilarating as it was tumultuous. For over a decade, Locke remained a central figure in Eastwood's life, influencing his work and personal growth. Their connection was marked by intensity, mutual admiration, and inevitable clashes, revealing a side of Eastwood rarely seen by the public. Love and conflict. The complexity of their relationship. The Eastwood-Locke relationship was far from conventional. While they shared creative projects and domestic life, their union was also fraught with tension. Their personalities often clashed, leading to arguments, emotional turbulence, and eventual estrangement. Despite the difficulties, Locke's presence in Eastwood's life left an indelible mark. She had the rare ability to pierce the carefully constructed walls of his persona, eliciting emotional vulnerability from a man known for his stoicism. Their connection demonstrated that behind every legend is a human capable of being profoundly affected by love, loss, and the complexities of partnership. The breakup and emotional fallout. When their relationship ended in 1989, it did so with dramatic intensity. Lawsuits, betrayals, and public silence followed, leaving both Eastwood and Locke with lasting scars. Eastwood later admitted that the breakup left him emotionally paralyzed. "I couldn't walk after," he said, referring not to his physical abilities, but to his spirit. For a man accustomed to confronting danger, challenges, and fame without flinching, the loss of Locke was uniquely devastating. It revealed that even the strongest, most independent figures can experience profound emotional vulnerability, a truth that both humanized and complicated Eastwood's legendary public image. Reflections in later years. In the quiet of his later years, surrounded by awards and memories, Eastwood continued to reflect on the relationship. He acknowledged that it wasn't fame, lawsuits, or public scrutiny that left the deepest mark, but the moments when Locke could silence him with a single look. Her presence forced him to confront emotions he usually kept buried, highlighting the stark contrast between his cinematic persona and his private self. Eastwood's admissions reveal a man shaped not just by career triumphs, but by personal experiences that left him profoundly changed. A reminder that vulnerability can exist even in the seemingly invincible. Legacy, beyond fame and fortune. Clint Eastwood's life and career span decades of cinematic history, marked by iconic roles, groundbreaking directorial work, and a carefully curated public image. Yet it is his private experiences, his loves, losses, and personal trials that offer the deepest insight into the man behind the legend. Eastwood's story demonstrates that true resilience involves more than fame or professional success. It encompasses the capacity to endure emotional trials and emerge changed. His relationship with Sondra Locke, in particular, underscores that even icons are human, capable of being profoundly affected by connection, loss, and the passage of time. Conclusion: the man we cannot fully know. Clint Eastwood remains a figure of enduring fascination, not just for his cinematic achievements, but for the layers of human complexity he embodies. Fame, awards, and cultural influence cannot entirely define him. The moments of vulnerability and love that he carried privately reveal a man deeply affected by those he allowed close. Eastwood himself has admitted that it was Locke who could truly reach him in ways few could, leaving an emotional imprint that endures. His life reminds us that behind every public legend exists a personal story, full of passion, pain, and resilience. A story that defines the man far more than any role ever could.